Hello students, let us see in the second lesson. Earlier we had seen that for existence of inverse, the function should be 1 1 and 1 2, and the domain of the function becomes the codomain of the inverse functions. That we had seen last time that f is a function from x to y, which is 1 1 and 1 2, 1 1 and 1 2. Then f inverse is a function from y to x. So the codomain of the function f becomes the domain of f inverse. That means codomain of f is equal to domain of f inverse, and the domain of f is the codomain of f inverse. Domain of f is equal to codomain of f inverse. So this is the discussion we had made in the last discussion. Now we shall see, since the function sin x has maximum value 1 for all x belongs to R and minimum value -1 for all x belongs to R, so we shall make certain restrictions over the function sin x and cos x, tan x, cosec x, sec x, so that it becomes 1 1 and 1 2, that is inverse can exist. But before that, let us see completely the domain and range of sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, sec x and cosec x, because these conditions will help you to understand in a better way the existence of inverse, because we have seen the domain of f is equal to codomain of f inverse and codomain of f is equal to domain of f inverse. So domain and codomain play very important role in finding the inverse. So let us first study the sin x, cos x, tan x, cosec x, sec x and cot x of all trigonometric ratios. Let us begin with sin x. Now sin x, as you know, this is a function fx is equal to sin x. Now it exists for all x belongs to R. It is a periodic function for all x belongs to R. For all x belongs to R, sin x lies between -1 and +1. So this simple statement gives us the domain and range of sin x. So domain of sin x is what? Domain of sin x. Domain of sin x is the set of reals, all real numbers. Set of all real numbers, that is R. And codomain of sin x is also set of all real numbers, that is R. But range of sin x is what? This is -1 and +1. This is the range of sin x. That means the value of sin x lies between -1 and +1 for all value of this. In the pictorial diagram, we can have like this. Here is domain and here is the codomain. That means all values of domain have their images in the codomain, and here the value lies between -1 and +1. But there are many values of real number That means all elements of this lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So this is not 1 1 and 1 2. This is not 1 1 and 1 2 because we are getting only here minus 1 plus 1 and between them, between the value of minus 1 plus 1, there are many elements here. So this is what? Many 1 into function. So what is sin x here? Sin x is, let us write here, sin x is many 1 into function. So therefore sin x will not possess inverse without restrictions. So we shall see restrictions later. Let us see after sin x, cos x. Because first of all I would like to explain all sin x, cos x, tan x, cosec x, sec x, cot x. After that we shall see the restrictions. Because I want to make this lesson very easy to understand, because this chapter is having great use in calculus. So let us think it, decide it properly, how we are getting the inverse of sin x, cos x, tan x, sec x, cos x. That is all 6 trigonometric ratios. Yes, let us see now the cos x. Let us see cos x. Fx is equal to cos x. Here, this is a function. Now, first of all, we shall think about the domain. So, domain of cos x is a set of all real numbers. Because it exists for all values of x, it gives the value. Domain of cos x is set of all real number. Codomain of cos x is also set of all real number. But range of cos x is minus 1 to plus 1. Same condition as we had seen in sine. So domain of cos x is set of all real number. Codomain is also set of all real number, but range of cos x is minus 1 to plus 1. So this is also many 1 into function. So here also we have to make certain restrictions over the cos x. Correct? Let us see tan x. Tan x is nothing but the ratios of sin x and cos x. So let us think here sin x upon cos x. Now this tan x exists. It exists if cos x not equal to 0. This tan x exists only if cos x not equal to 0. Let us see what are the conditions where cos x becomes 0. Let us think here. If cos x is equal to 0, then general value of x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. That you have already seen in class 11 trigonometry, general value. Here I am to simplify the fact, making review of that you have read in class 11, so that we can join class 12 for the inverse function. So if cos x is 0, then general value of x is 2n plus 1 pi by 2. For example, let us see when n is 0, then cos x is equal to pi by 2 and cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. So this is the fact. When x is equal to 0, n is equal to 0, this is the integer, n belongs to j, integer. When n is 0, then x is equal to pi by 2 and cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. Similarly, when n is 1, then x is equal to 3 pi by 2, odd multiple of pi by 2. So this is cos 3 pi by 2 is equal to 0, etc. That means you can have every odd multiple of pi by 2 cos x vanishes. Hope it is clear now. For all n belongs to integer, cos x vanishes. Every odd multiple of pi by 2 cos x vanishes. So whenever we are finding the domain of 10x, we shall make certain restrictions. That restriction is what? We have to delete from the set of real number these elements, these angles. So let us have it now. Therefore, domain of 10x is equal to r minus x such that x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, where n belongs to z. So here is the condition over domain. R minus, that means set of all real number except the odd multiple of pi by 2. N is the integer. So domain of 10x is this. Now codomain of 10x, here we are not giving any restrictions here because the set of all real numbers. But what is the value here? 10x lies between, this is the conditions here. 10x is silenced by cos x. It exists if cos x not equal to 0. Domain of 10x is, this is the conditions. And what is the range here? So range is a subset of codomain. Now range is what? This is the conditions here. That means let us think one by one. For example, tan 0. Tan 0 is what? 0 degree. 0 is stand for 0 degree. So sin 0 by cos 0. This is sin 0 by cos 0. And sin 0 is 1. Cos 0 is sin 0 is 0. Sorry. Sin 0 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So this is 0. So tan 0 is equal to 0. Now let us think here. That means when we take x equal to pi by 2, when x is equal to pi by 2, what it is? Then tan pi by 2, tan 90 degree is equal to sin 90 degree upon cos 90 degree. And you observe here that sin 90 is 1 and cos 90 is 0. 1 by 0 is infinity. So what does it mean? This means it cannot go beyond infinity because when x is pi by 2, automatically it will not go to the definite value. It is giving the infinite values. Similarly, 10 minus pi by 2 is also minus infinity. So for all x belongs to this domain, 10x lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. So we can say here these conditions. Hope it is clear. So now what does it mean? Minus infinity to plus infinity means the set of real number, because real number is also the constituent of real number is what? Real number is also known as minus infinity to plus infinity. This is the open interval. So we can move within this region. So this is the, you can say, range of this. That will be better to say. So I hope 10x is clear now. Let us think about the reciprocals. That is the cosec x detailed study of this inverse function is very much needed because this gives the complete idea about the inverse of trigonometric functions. We are not thinking that how much marks we shall get in the board examination for this chapter. We only have to think that how we are getting the concept knowledge. That's why I have made it bifurcation. So sin x we have seen, cos x we have seen, tan x we have seen. Let us take cosec x. Cosec x. Because my intention is to let you know the proper thing, how to find the domain, codomain and range. Because this chapter make certain confusions in understanding. So let us see cosec x. What is cosec x? This is the reciprocal of sin x, 1 by sin x. Again, for the domain, we shall make certain restrictions. What restrictions? Where sin x vanishes. So we shall say this exists if sin x is not equal to 0. So just to study the domain, let us see what are the conditions where sin x is 0. So sin x is 0 for every multiple of pi, sin x vanishes. These all things we have read in class 11, general values. So for every multiple of pi, sin x vanishes. For example, sin pi, every multiple of what multiple? Sorry, every integral multiple of pi. Every integral multiple of pi, integral multiple of pi. Every integral multiple of pi, sin x vanishes. For example, let us see here. I would like to say, if n belongs to z, then sin n pi is equal to 0. Every integral multiple. That means sin, if n is 0, sin 0 is 0. Sin pi is 0. Sin 2 pi is 0. So on and so forth. So every integral multiple of pi, sin x vanishes. Therefore, domain of sin x, domain of cos x is, therefore domain of cosec x is equal to r minus x such that x is equal to n pi, where n belongs to z. So here is the conditions. So this is the domain of cosec x. Similarly, you can find the range also. I am not going to discuss for that because domains is very important. Range is what? Let us go and find the values. X is 0, sin 0 is 0, it is infinity. X is pi, sin pi is also 0, and this is infinity. So, we study domain is very important. Regarding range, you can study as we have discussed in 10x. So, I would like to give stress over domain only. Range is understood. Let us come to the domain of sec x. The idea you must have developed how I am going to find out. Let us take sec x. Now this sec x is equal to 1 by cos x. Again same thing, domain of sec x is equal to r minus x such that x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Because for every odd multiple of pi by 2, n belongs to z. For every odd multiple of pi by 2, cos x vanishes. Wherever cos x vanishes, this does not exist. So for finding domain, we shall take r minus set of all integer odd multiple of pi by 2. We shall see here. So this again, let us see cosec x, sec x and cot x. This cot x is the reciprocal of tan x, 1 by tan x. Now again, tan x value says the same thing here. So domain of cosec, domain of cot x is equal to r minus x such that x is equal to n pi. N belongs to z. So I hope that you must have understood the domain, codomain, and range of these trigonometric functions. Now this will help you to understand well the inverse function. So here I am just ending my discussion here so that you can practice it very well and you can join my next lesson that I will give after this. The restrictions where the actual scene starts, that the inverse of trigonometrical functions. So in the next lecture we shall see the restrictions. So thank you.